Hi everyone, it's good to be here again. Today I'm bringing something a bit different from what we have been doing. Due to our 120 days challenge and my commitment in ensuring that I give my quota to the growth and development of the healthcare system in my generation, and also to ensure that people like me and you give our best every time, I've come to discover that beyond doing the 120 days challenge to ensure that you scale up in 2025, I've seen a reason to further enhance what I am asking you to do. So today I'm going to be giving you a step-by-step guide on how to write a UK standard CV. So either you are new to care, or you are new to the UK, or you are just starting out trying to get your first job, this is going to make sense to you. And even if you have been around the UK, you've been working, and you want to upgrade your CV for the first time to try out a new role, this will certainly make sense to you as well. So sit back, let's dive into this. Step 1, your CV should be clean and professional. It should be clean, look clean and professional, because first impression matters a lot. This is the reason why a recruiter will pick your CV among the lots that they receive. First impression matters a lot. So first, we want to check your fonts. Which font are you using? I would personally prefer that I use Times New Roman, and the font size should be anything around 10 to 14. I will recommend 14 when you don't really have much to write at all, especially for beginners, for an average of 10 and 12, play around that space. Then 2, I would like you to use bold headings. For example, when you're talking about experience, skill, training, you're talking about your background, use bold headings. It appears nice and makes it look, it's easy to read as well. Then also, I'd like you to play around with Canva or Microsoft so you could get a professional template that you could use to edit and to play around your job. Yes, so stage 2 is for you to give a killer personal statement. I enjoyed this part a lot. So basically, it is selling yourself in 2 to 3 sentences, selling yourself. Who you are, what you are looking for, and what you have. So key things to look out for: who you are, talks about where you are at the moment. So for example, you are a fresh graduate. For example, you are just getting into care, you're just getting into the industry. Who you are, that's what it means. I'm not telling you to tell me your name and where you are from. No, not at all. Who you are. So for example, I'm a fresh graduate from Oxford University and I'm passionate about digital marketing. I'm a fresh graduate and I'm interested in learning robotics. I'm interested in robotics. That's where you are coming from, yeah? Then the next thing is what you have. What you have. We talked about your skill. We talked about your strengths. So this is where you highlight your abilities. I'm proactive, I'm a strong communicator, I have experience in doing this, I have experience in doing that. So you show your competency, as it were. Then it's good and proper to let the recruiter know exactly what you want, because it's possible for people to ask for a job and they don't even know what it's all about. So I'm seeking to work with your team as a support worker, as a senior support worker, as a field supervisor, as a what now? As a data analyst, as a marketer. These are the kind of things that should be on your killer statement, and it should be straightforward, eye-catching, putting the right details, using the right words. So this is what I'm going to do for you. Just stop there. In my next video, you'll be having killer personal statement. I'm going to be giving you, give or take, 10 samples that you can play around with. So I'll try to cut across various industries. So whether you're in the construction, you're in the digital space, you're in health, whichever, the important thing is I want you to upskill in 2025. Stage 3, from me, I would say highlight your education. But at this point, I need to say that it varies from person to person. Some recruiters will will tell you that they want to see your experience straight away. While some other people want to tell you, okay, your education or whichever comes, I'm not really bothered. But for the case of, for this training, I would say that you should highlight your education, and this is the reason why I say so. So if you're a beginner, if you're just starting out in that field, you don't really have much to showcase as it relates to that industry. So if you put out your experience, you may just be knocking yourself out before any other thing. But because you are strong on your education, it will be easier, safer to push that forward before your experience. So I would ask that, especially for beginners, that your education comes first. I like your educational qualifications first. And when doing that, it's simple and straightforward. The name of the institution, the degree you are coming out with, you've obtained or you are coming out with. So for example, University of London, what's the course you studied robotics, was your grade, if 2-1, 2-2, or a third class or a pass, whichever stated. Then if your highest qualification is your A levels or your GCSE, that's fine. Just put your most recent qualification or your highest qualification there. Just put it out there because that's the highest level that you have attained. Sometimes I see people just put a whole lot. I think for personally, that is not necessary based on my experience within that space as well. Just put your first two or even your most recent, because for example, if you're a university graduate, you didn't just jump from nowhere to become a university graduate. You did the GCSE, you did the A level before you got there. So it's pretty straightforward, because at the end of the day, these are the things that make your CV so bulky, when you could actually do a one-pager and you are spot on everything. So it's something to consider when you are writing your CV as well. So for stage 3, what you simply need to do for this training or for this explanation purpose, just highlight your educational abilities. It's straightforward. The one other thing I'd like you to think about as well when you're highlighting your educational qualifications here, if you have any course that is relevant to the the job you're applying for, fantastic, highlight it please. So let's say for example, you are applying to an IT company and you have understanding around robotics. My bro, my sister, please put it there. Put it straight away. Try to highlight some of those things, programming, all of those things that you know. If you're applying within the care space and you have understanding of safeguarding, you have understanding around nutrition and hygiene, put it there. You have understanding of behavioral support plan, put it there. You have understanding around quality control, infection control, whatever it is, put it down, because these are the things that will sell you, because you don't have so much qualification to play around with. Thank you. Stage 4. Stage 4 talks about you showcasing your experience. This is a bit dicey as well, because as fresh graduates, you don't really have much to show in terms of experience. So what do you pull down? Then for someone that have loads of experience, what do you remove when you are applying for a different role or for something new? It's very critical, because it doesn't make sense for you to bring in experiences that does not directly impact or amplify your chances of getting that role. it has no meaning. And to be fair, to be wasting the time of recruiters going through all that you've written and is not relevant to that role. So for example, you are going for a construction role, and in your previous role you've done everything around care. So it doesn't make much sense for you to be big on care when you are giving your experience. If you have done anything around that before, that's fantastic. But if you haven't, there's a way to go around it. So that helps to showcase, buttress, amplify your ability to get into a new space. People change role, people change sector, but there's a way to go around it. There's a way to tailor the CV that will make sense to the recruiter. For stage 5, if you have hobbies and you've got the space, please, if you've got the space, because to be fair, I am aiming at you giving a 1-pager. There's no need doing 2, especially when you are new and you are a fresh starter. There's no need doing 2-pager. No, it's faster to read, it's faster to go through. Decision is fast, so there's no need trying to put loads of things that are not relevant to the role. So if you have the space, let's know about your certifications, let's know about your hobby, and if possible, just to try to ensure that the hobby makes sense around the role that you are going to. Hobbies are personal, yes, but everything can be tailored somehow. So that's like it.